The interesting thing for us is that basically you could do that same project today. Maybe it's not the Lower East Side, maybe it's the outer boroughs, but these conditions persist, they're pervasive, and they're hidden. So this is a map of just showing illegal conversion complaints. So this is all about people living illegally in New York. And what you can see, obviously, is it's not happening in Manhattan. It's happening in the outer boroughs. So this is not a perfect map. It doesn't show you, it shows you basically where people are complaining, where people are reporting illegal conversions. But it gives you a notional indication of neighborhoods of concentration. Jackson Heights is one place we're particularly interested in because it's experienced a really acute surge in population. Not mostly, but largely undocumented by the census. So these are not people that will answer the door when the census comes by. So it's really not a figure that figures into policy conversations a lot of the time and questions of affordability and housing. So by pretty sort of reasonable estimates, there's as many as 200,000 people living sort of unaccounted for in New York in these kind of conditions. So these are a few typologies. It might be industrial building or a multi-story building where you'll have a flop house type condition where you may have workers or laborers living, a two-family home in Queens, which is sort of designed for your nuclear family, which in fact is housing extended families, 3 or 4 families, or cellar or basement apartments. And I should say, this is not an indictment necessarily of all of these conditions. Some of these conditions should be legalized to sort of relieve some of the pressure on affordability, cellars being a good example of that. But what kind of ties it all together is that it's invisible, right? You would never know from walking down the street unless you were someone that worked on these issues that, the kind of density and the kind of realities which are actually inside. I'll have to just kind of cruise through these very quickly.